Infinity. The very word conjures images of the cosmos, stretching out forever. A journey that never ends, a number line that goes on, a universe without a boundary. It's a concept that has captivated thinkers, mathematicians, dreamers. We see it as the ultimate destination, something so vast and incomprehensible that it lies beyond our grasp. It's the biggest number you can think of, plus one, and then one more, forever. This idea of endlessness can feel overwhelming, like standing at the edge of an ocean and trying to count every drop of water. It's a symbol of all that is limitless, all that is beyond our immediate tangible reality. This perception of infinity as something perpetually unfinished, a process rather than a state, shapes how we interact with the world. But what if this story is incomplete? Now let's introduce a deceptively simple idea into this grand cosmic picture. Let's take infinity, all of existence, everything that is, was, and ever will be, and add something to it, but not just anything. Let's add zero, nothing, a void, the absence of something. On the surface, this seems like a trivial act. Adding nothing to something shouldn't change it, right? If you have 5 apples and I give you 0 more apples, you still have 5 apples. The logic seems straightforward, almost childishly simple. Yet when we apply this to the concept of infinity, something profound begins to stir. The equation writes itself. Infinity plus 0 equals what? Our intuition, trained by a lifetime of simple arithmetic, screams that the answer must be infinity. Adding nothing changes nothing. This is the logical, expected outcome. But let's pause and consider the nature of what we are adding. This idea isn't just an abstract cosmic riddle. We see echoes of it all around us in our everyday lives. Think about a piece of music, a beautiful symphony that fills a concert hall. The composition is a complete work, a whole entity, from the first note to the last. Now imagine adding a moment of perfect silence, a rest, into the middle of it. Does that silence diminish the music? No. In fact, it often enhances it. The silence, the zero in this analogy, doesn't add a new sound. Consider photography. You have a photograph that captures a perfect moment. A sunset, a smiling face, a sprawling cityscape. The image is complete, a self-contained story. Now, what happens if you add a perfectly transparent layer on top of it? You are adding something technically, but it has no color, no texture, no opacity. It is the photographic equivalent of zero. Let's take another example from the world of sound. Imagine you have a continuous tone playing in a room. Now let's say we start reducing its volume, having it, and then having it again and again, infinitely. The sound gets quieter and quieter, approaching perfect silence but never quite reaching it in a finite number of steps. When the sound finally disappears completely, when it becomes zero, the state of the room changes from sound to silence. But the room itself, the whole environment, remains complete. Our traditional view of infinity is a distant, unreachable goal. We've been trained to look for it at the end of a long road, across the vastness of space, at the end of time. But what if infinity isn't out there at all? What if it's right here, right now? This shift in perspective is revolutionary. Infinity is not a quantity to be accumulated, but a quality to be recognized. Wholeness, completeness, inherent in the universe at every moment. The cosmos already is infinite. Think of it this way. The universe doesn't need to add more stars to become whole. It is already a complete, self-contained system. Every particle, every force, every law of physics, a single unified entity. We are not separate observers, we are part of it, made of star stuff. Our existence manifests universal wholeness. Infinity is not a destination. It is our origin and our present reality. The fabric of existence woven into a coherent tapestry. Stop chasing a phantom. The quest is like a wave trying to reach the water. The wave is already water, an expression of the ocean. We are expressions of the infinite. We don't need to add more to make it whole, because we're already part of a whole system. The feeling of incompleteness is a product of limited perception, seeing parts instead of the whole. Recognizing this brings peace and connection. The universe is ordered and interconnected. Wholeness is present in the dance of galaxies, the orbit of planets, the biology of a single cell. So we arrive at our surprising conclusion. When we add zero, nothing, to infinity, we don't get infinity back. We get one. Infinity plus zero equals one. This isn't a mathematical formula. It's a statement of principle. It's a cosmic poem. Here one does not mean the number after zero. It means unity, completeness, a single indivisible whole. Adding nothing to the totality of existence doesn't leave it unchanged. It reveals its true nature as a single, unified entity. The act of adding zero forces us to see the system was already one complete thing. This equation reminds us, wholeness is intrinsic, not an achievement. Now it's our turn. Recognize and live by this truth. Not by adding more, but by knowing we are and always have been part of the One.